What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a mullet, and I'm extremely excited to showcase this haircut and explain what I'm doing throughout it. First, I'm starting off by just separating the front and back section of this haircut, and the reason for that is because with the mullet, I really want to focus on a part at a time, a piece of the haircut at a time. Right now, you see me focusing on the back, starting with my center section through the back, and I'm working vertically all the way down just to create a nice square shape. And I know with this guide I'll be able to create the shape I want and really follow through. And this section right there that I'm cutting is the most important because it really sets up the foundation for the haircut. And as you see, I'm moving down with my next section, just following my guide. Whenever you're cutting with scissors, you always want to make sure that you're really seeing your previous cut and just matching up with it. That way everything comes out even. Because, like, let's say you can't find your guide and you cut, you're guessing at that point. Where if you would just recomb the hair and create a new section and try to look for that previous cut, you don't have to guess. You know for sure that it matches with your cut from before, and you don't have to double check your work. You know it's going to be even. And you see me slowly working, from the center to the right. And as you see here, I'm pulling it out towards me and not really to the back of me anymore. And that's because in the corners of his head, I don't want too much weight. So I'm just trying to reduce weight in that section. And you see it right there, I comb it back and it just lays perfectly. And now I'm doing the same thing that I did on the right side on the left side, just following through my sections. And whenever I'm working with scissors, I always try to be patient with my work, because let's say you rush through it, right? And you don't really see everything and you're just trying to get through it. You're just going to create more work for you at the end of the haircut, and you have to fix more things. I really believe in just taking your time, doing it properly the first time so you don't have to go back second or even third time. And right here, this is going to be the last section that I pulled back, and you're going to see that I do the same thing that I did on the right side and the left side in the next section, which would be the last section. Just so that when he combs his hair back, or even just lets it naturally fall, there's not too much weight in that area and it lays a lot smoother. And especially also because I'm tapering the sides of his head, I want it to like lay smoothly and seamlessly. And right here you see me taking another section. This part is just separating the parietal ridge so I'm able to blend into my clipper work. And instead of taking vertical sections, I'm taking diagonal sections. That way the hair could flow smoothly into the blend that I make, and I'm also able to control the shape that I'm creating in that area. I'm still trying to keep it squared, but cut it so it flows into the taper. And whenever I'm working with sections, I always believe, like, whatever sections you create, that's the direction the hair will flow, and you just have to cut accordingly. So right there, I'm still working through it, just finishing up. Now I do the same exact thing on the opposite side, and just really taking my time, taking sections like a comb width apart, and following my guide. You see that guide at the very bottom? If you notice it, I know that guide right there is my clipper work. So I always cut it to that shortest piece at the very tip of my fingers right there. You see that? And just make the shape square from there. And you're going to see it right here in the last one too. Right there. And just following it right from my fingers and combing it forward just to double check. Now, this is the last portion of the head I'll be working on, which is the top. And I'm really just keeping it square. I'm following my guide, as you could see that I cut on the side of the head, and just continuing it to give it a nice square shape in the front. Same thing on the other side. You can't see it because my hands are blocking, but I'm doing the same thing. Looking at new scissors, I would highly recommend those. And also right here, you can see how sharp it is. It just melts the hair away. And right here, I'm just trying to create a nice frame for his haircut. I don't want it to be too blunt. That's why I didn't use trimmers, and I decided to use the scissors. And right here, I'm starting my fading process. So I'm balding him out, and then you see me come in with my blade open and create my first portion. And now I'm blending it out. The key part when I'm creating my sections in my fade is to make sure everything is parallel and even so that it blends into each other. And I'm doing the same exact thing with my one guard and blending those two together with the half guard. And it's very seamless. I fade with little to no pressure just to make it easier to blend these lines in and out. And after this, I'm going to use my it's called a Speedo Guide number 0, but it's equivalent to like a number 2 guard. And actually no, it's probably missed, but yeah, I'm using my 1.5 instead and just blending into that bulk that you see up there. And after that, my fading is pretty much done. I just need to clean up a little bit and detail the blend. As you see, I'm going back with my guards and just tweaking it however I see that it needs to be fixed at the time. And there's still a little bit of weight at the top, but I'm going to go back with my thinning shears later on to just clean that up. Right there is just detailing. And also, this is another thing I do just to help blend into the back of the mullet. Right there, as you see me pulling it out, there's a little disconnection. So all I'll do is basically cut that just so it falls smoother into my blending with my clippers. I just want everything to lay down smooth and flawlessly fall into each other. I'm doing the same exact thing on the other side. And now I'm going to go in with my foil shavers just to get it really skin tight towards the bottom. And you see me doing this on the fade itself also, just to smoothen it out. And a very key thing to do with this is do it very meant to do it with the hair wet, so that you don't cause too much irritation to the client, because it does tend to hurt. So I always do it with the hair wet, and also don't close the blade. And I'm also using the tri razor from Free Salon Education just to add in even more texture. With mullets, I see them as highly textured haircuts most of the time, depending on what your client wants, but typically it's a very highly textured haircut. That's why I try to add in texture as many ways as I can. And then right here, I'm just diffusing the hair just to add in as much texture as possible within this haircut. And you see it coming together right there. And all that was done with blow drying, really taking your time to blow dry the hair properly. And all this styling right here is just taking that patience and time to really separate each hair accordingly. And you see the amount of texture in the back and the overall hairstyle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one.